You're back at the lab Thursday afternoon, evening even. I will keep this one brief. I want to go inside. I'm thirsty, tired. Been a lot happening on the Datsun 1200 behind us here. As you can see, it has some blue on the front of it now. Actually, that's been on there a while. But there's more blue. Front apron fitted. There's still a couple of holes to sort out and a couple of spaces probably. Normally these are welded straight onto this front radiator support, but it's the way things are lining up on this one that doesn't look like that would be very nice for fitment. So we're going to pack that out. I'm going to pack that out. I'm saying we're going to pack that out. The owner may not do that. That's over to him. There's some black paint in behind there. Had to put some paint on it anyway, so I figured black would look nicer. I think it does. And from a distance, it's starting to look like a car. You'll see I've welded some tabs on at the bottom. And again, they're going to need some spaces to make it sit exactly right. Exactly right. Normally, again, they are normally welded. They won't be on this one. There's been, I've said a lot in my videos lately. I'm going to try and stop doing that. Welded some more things in there. There's the tab that holds the bumper support. That's on there. I fixed all that corner over there. That was all pretty yucky. Not as bad as that corner, but that corner was pretty yucky. So that got chopped out and sorted, and this all got fixed, and this all got welded in here. And behind here where you can't see, we've got all the bolts are in, but just finger tight at the moment. There's nothing permanent going on there. This panel came out through here. It's been off, it's been fixed, it's been put back on. I didn't braze that, I just tigged it and just put a little bit of filler in there and it'll be beautiful. And I fixed all inside here. That looks fancy on camera, doesn't it? It doesn't look quite that nice in person. Some grinding and polishing and fiddling to do in here, but that's the basics of that sorted out. There's a little bit more to do just here on this one. I'm not even going to bother showing you. That's the ugliest patch left on the car, and I'm unfortunately for all you OCD people, I'm not going to take that out and replace that. There's just not really any need. If this was a high-end build and we were trying to do things super fancy, there's a lot of other stuff would have been done differently and that would come out, but it's not. He just wants a realistic road car that he can use, and I'm sure he'll shed a tear if somebody bangs into it and writes it off, but not as much as he would do if we'd gone full cray and deleted every last little bit. And just to keep this one company, I put a little patch in there like that. See, it's not all been done. It's not all been done the proper way, like that. See, I'll save this piece of floor. I could have chopped it out of the other car, but I said it again, didn't I? Is that UMM word? Chopped out the bits that were stuffed around the edges and left a bit in the middle, and fix up this seat mount. That's got a little angle added to the back of that there that you'll barely be able to notice, and that is now rock solid good as. You will have seen the trans tunnel's been fixed. The boys that put the Z18 ET into this chassis, they chopped it through here. A really rough hack job chopping this area here out, and the gear lever was back here somewhere. It might be around. I'm not going to find it for you. It came out of the gearbox back here, same arrangement as that. Came out and came forward up like this, a big dog leg in it. The problem with that is the pivot to the knob. Every time you're going forward in your gears, the gear lever's going down, and when you're coming back, it's going up. So the big dog leg doesn't fix that. You might as well just bend it at the bottom and have it going that way, and it does the same thing. One more thing to fix. I'm being very careful. Two more things to fix in here. There's a bit of rust here. Do something with that. That's why it's got the little explanation mark. Three more things to fix. There's one spot weld that needs to be done over here on the, we'll call it a windscreen ledge. It could be called something else, but that'll do. And there's one of these, they put another hole in here for the seat belts, and just put a bolt straight through here with no washer or doubler plate or anything, and didn't use these ones in the chassis that are actually still pretty good. Floor's quite pitted on that side, but it's still relatively strong. You give it a smash with a hammer, it doesn't go anywhere, so it'll be okay. So we are very nearly done. I think I showed you the back of the car in the previous video. Oh, step out from over the top of the arms there. Remember there was a big bulge in there, something had hit it really hard that way. That's beauty, that's fixed. It has shock absorbers back in there now. The shock absorbers were stolen from the other car. They seem to be pretty good. I fixed up all the bushes and everything on the bottom of those. And the rear axle is obviously back in. I'm not sure if it was in the previous video. It's got new bushes all through it, and it looks like I even painted the bloomin' shackles. Forgot I did that, but yeah, I did that. And that's a not an Don't you dare say it's another No, I painted the ones at the front there too, so she's getting a bit fancy. Should we lie on the ground? Oh, here we go. I'm going to pull the blooming mic out. So, yeah, quite a bit of new steel there. Quite a bit of new steel there. There's quite a bit there. Quite a bit of new floor actually. It'd be nice, you can't, but it'd be nice if you could get that whole floor section from Nissan and do it all in one piece, so it's I'm groveling on the ground. So it's all factory, you know, because that is one pressing. That whole thing is one piece from the factory. It'd be really nice to get that, but you can't. That's about enough, I think. That's pretty much all I have to show you. I've got to fix the bottom of each guard. I've got to put a bolt through into the sill. That's been done very poorly in the past by whoever, so that needs fixing. I don't know if I showed you, I finished off welding on the other side here, attaching the sill to the car pretty much where the factory joins it, I believe. I think they overlap them and join them in that ballpark. Might be a little bit further back. I could probably have ground this away a little bit and found the original joint if it's still there. When the doors close properly, all the panel gaps are looking not bad, pretty good. Old car, beaten up, lots of parts replaced, and it looks not bad, pretty good. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I guess I'll update you when we've got the thing finished, when the owner Grant has finished it. It needs some paint and it needs a whole heap of other stuff, but we just want to get the body side of it all sorted out, and he can do all the interior and all that sort of carry on from there. And we'll follow up on what's happening with the blue one. So there's two of them. These front panels, they've come off a car which is now mine, and I'll let you know what's happening with that. Channel members, they've got a very long babbly video talking all about that, and they'll get updated first and then everybody else later on. All right, hey look, I won't even have to edit this, I'll just smash it on. Thanks for watching, cheers boy.